as an executive board candidate, I also have some aspirations for being VP, and they would be increasing communication, inclusion, and engagement. So communication, whether this means between the student body and the student government, or the student government and the administration, I just want to open a channel that should be between the students. And one way that this can be done is with engagement, is getting students more involved in Senate, or getting students more involved in sitting on faculty boards, because we all pay the student fee, so we should have our voice be heard. And especially when these matters pertain to us, it's how our tuition is being spent. So people really need to sit on these boards and realize that their voice matters within the student government and the faculty. Why am I the best candidate for this position? I like to think I'm a very hardworking and motivated person. Right now I'm actually studying abroad in Cluj, Romania, so this is coming to you from across the earth, and I'm really dedicated to wanting to help Cortland and really make a difference. So I'm putting in all my effort from overseas, and this can really increase tenfold once I get back on the ground, and I really want to do my best and hope that you guys will get the best out of it.
Welcome back. Who you just saw was Alexandra Cicero. She is also running for vice president. Alexandra is currently studying abroad, so we had her answers pre-recorded.
So next up, we will be speaking with the potential SGA presidents for the upcoming year. So the potential officers are Ursula Mates and Aristotle Archiasa. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
It's good for you guys to be here. So the first question I'm going to ask you, Ursula, is why do you want to be the next SGA president?
I think the biggest reason I would want to be the next SGA president would have to be because I think I would be a very good person to speak on behalf of the student body. I always try and, when dealing with all situations, I really try and listen to everyone's opinion and kind of take everything in and just look at things from different perspectives to really see things how other people are seeing them, and seeing from their perspective through what they've been through in their life and maybe the different situations that they've gone through, to see things from different perspectives. So I feel like I would be able to accurately represent and accurately represent everyone's different opinions.
Okay, thank you. And Aristotle, I'm going to ask you the same question. Why do you want to be the next SGA president?
Why do I want to be the next SGA president? Well, I think there's many reasons why someone would want to be an SGA president. Specifically, why I got involved in student government really was to have a way to use my ability to basically, I've come into this position, and now I want to have for other students and give them the ability to go and kind of reap the same benefits that I've come to see, and also have the ability to go out and market with other students and to really, nervous. It's like I've been anticipating this for a while,
Okay.
and now I'm coming to the time, and I'm kind of a little nervous, but it's all right. I've seen from my freshman year a very different campus every semester that I've been here. The same kids that I came here with on day one ended up transferring out. Some kids didn't feel that this school fit them properly. And some other kids just didn't have the exposure to certain things and opportunities that exist here. And I think as sitting president, then I would want to be someone who goes out and takes someone who might not know how to get involved and say, here's a direction you might be able to go. Here's someone who you might be able to go and speak to. And really just be able to be that channel for the students.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the second question, Ursula, how does your campus involvement qualify you for this position?
Well, I think I have a lot of different areas on campus that I've been involved in. So I think being some of them just broadly being Res Life in general, Greek Life, SGA, and just different club involvements. I feel like I reach a large amount of the student population and really understand like what different perspectives they have and like different things that they all want, because of my involvement. Like I've been able to reach so many different like groups of people that I don't think like I would have been able to reach if I hadn't joined like the organizations that I've joined. So I think that I would be able to connect well with the students if I was SGA president, because of my involvement, because of how many different things I've been able to become a part of at Cortland, because of all the opportunities that like I've wonderfully been presented.
Thank you. Aristotle, how does your campus involvement qualify you for this position?
So my sophomore year, I really wanted to get involved, and I really didn't know how to. So I was sitting in one of my philosophy classes, and my professor asked if anyone might be interested in creating a philosophy club. And I had no idea how to go about that, how to get interest for it. But I decided, you know what, let me step up to the plate and maybe pursue this, this opportunity. And I ended up finding a bunch of students who now are great friends of mine and getting involved by creating this club. And from there, I developed relationships with student government and really got to see the other avenues that I could market and basically just see how other clubs function and how student government as a whole functions. And from that, I've been the president of the philosophy club, and then went on to go on for an interview with student government and become the student parliamentarian. And from this experience, I've been able to see how, if someone wants to come and share their concern or share their suggestion, how they might be able to go ahead and see that that becomes reality for them.
Great, thank you. Okay, so Ursula, what prior leadership experience do you have that will prepare you for this position?
So I feel that I have a lot of different leadership opportunities that definitely have helped me grow as a person, not even just to qualify me to be SGA president, I think just grow as a person in general. But I think the one that probably would qualify me most for the position would have to be being the president of my sorority, Nu Sigma Chi. I had done a study abroad trip in Africa over the summer after my freshman year, and it was kind of presented to me like, hey, like, would you want to be a refounding member? And originally when I looked at the idea, I was like, no, like, that's not the type of person that I am. Like, I don't think I would ever be able to do something like that. Like, I've always had, like, kind of an interest in Greek life, but never really thought to pursue it, like, past, like, going through, like, the Rush experience. And it was just kind of presented to me, and I went through rushing here at Cortland, and then I decided, like, you know, why not really, like, push my own boundaries. And I ended up doing a very similar thing actually to you with Philosophy Club. I reached out to a bunch of different girls that I was friends with that I knew had an interest in Greek life. And we're all, the 8 of us that refounded the sorority, we're all like great friends now, kind of have to be. But just like really like now being in that position where I'm responsible for, right now only 15 other girls, but like we're constantly growing, like everything will constantly get bigger. Like that definitely I feel like that qualifies me to be a good president, at least for SGA, because although it is a larger scale and involves the student body, the skills that I've been able to learn from being the sorority president will definitely translate to being SGA president. And then even on top of that, like I'm the national communications coordinator for RHA, and it's basically a position that reaches out to the regional and national levels that our Res Life department like affiliates with. So I've had to have a lot of communication skills with other schools and kind of taking the ideas that they have and learning from maybe like the mistakes they made or like the triumphs that they've had, and being able to take that and really adapt it to our campus, because every campus, at least in the SUNY system, and every campus that I talk to through the acronym is NACUR, through NACUR, they all have different college campuses. So really being able to take that and like adapt it to our campus is something that I feel like has really like helped me grow. And then just working as an SGA senator, representing, actively involved in the community, I think that I've gotten a pretty solid understanding for SGA, and in the past, since becoming a senator this past fall, I've definitely gotten a very solid understanding with how student government runs and like the procedures that it has to follow, and then knowing as far as like the Constitution and the rules that have to be followed, to just ensure that things are done properly and really like to make things better for the students like on campus and off campus, just that go here in general.
Great, thank you. And Aristotle, what prior leadership experience do you have that will prepare you for this position?
Well, yeah, so I started off here not knowing a single person. And I think one of the traits that's really helped me get to where I am is being able to go out of my comfort zone and be able to understand where other people come from and understand how different interpretations and different perspectives of just a wow, I am like so nervous. Like
You can
so
breathe there.
nervous. Yeah.
Deep
Taking a
breath.
breather. You're doing a wonderful job.
You are too.
Moderator's doing a great job. I think the problem was doing this last, but it's all right. So, I don't know. Growing up, I was the only child. I've kind of had to be a leader whenever I was faced with a certain scenario that caused me to have to make a decision based on helping my family or helping my friends. And that's kind of transpired into college and has allowed me to take a leadership role with the Philosophy Club, where from that I've been able to meet many students and kind of get this club to now it's functioning where I've never thought it was going to be. And it's been amazing because it's something that through my leadership I've been able to see this club expand and now take on new horizons. And I think being able to be in a position of student government president, being a leader in that position, I could help clubs collaborate and really host bigger events. That's what I kind of really want to do. And I think being able to be in that position where someone might be able to come to me with an idea and then being able to use my leadership skills to go ahead and reach out to other people and really make that idea become reality and make that idea bigger than anyone could ever expect it. I think having that same quality would be beneficial.
Great.
Ursula, what is the importance of having a diverse and inclusive college campus?
I think it's definitely you can't have a college campus unless you have like diversity and inclusion. I think it's definitely important because like especially now like in 2017, like I feel like we're just seeing so much more hate around in the world in general than you're seeing like love and just like inclusion. So I feel like just having a college campus that like makes it welcoming to people like would really like just kind of like open other doors, because even going off of like the collaboration, like if people aren't like kind of accepting and like there isn't like a diverse enough there isn't inclusion, people aren't going to want to reach out, they're not going to want to become involved with one another at all. Like you wouldn't have any club collaboration. So I think just having like a generally like good inclusion, like having a good amount of diversity and inclusion on the campus would definitely like it's just so important, because it just would leave a campus just completely dry. Like if you're not accepting of like the person that's sitting next to you or the person that's sitting like across from you or down the street, then it's just you're gonna like limit yourself to the things that you're gonna be able to do or the things that you're gonna want to accomplish.
Aristotle, same goes for you. What is the importance of having a diverse and inclusive college campus?
Well, I think it's probably the most important thing. Just because you wouldn't want to come to a place where everyone thinks the same, everyone acts the same. You want to have that difference so you can be exposed to different cultures, to different ideologies, and having that diverse community, it allows people to maybe think it's a different way now than they might have been thinking, and be able to interact and share cultures with each other and share just perspectives and outlooks on various topics. And I think it's really, really important just because of the fact that we need that to grow. We need diversity to grow. We need diversity to learn from one another, and to just better our own stances and positions on topics, and just to understand where other people come from. Having a diverse community is something that is really important, and is something that the SGA has also included in our new restructuring of our executive branch. And I'm really looking forward, if I would be able to get this position, to utilize that position to see our campus grow with diversity.
Great, thank you. Okay, so Ursula, what qualities do you possess that will help you be a successful SGA president if elected?
I think I would have to say how hard I'm willing to fight for something would have to be probably one of like the strongest things. Just how like I want to say like strong-headed, like how like just like strong of an opinion I have. Like not that I don't listen to other people's opinions, but I think like I'm very good with just really like fighting for something that I want. As strange as that sounds, like if there's something that you want to see changed, I think it's not something that you can sit back and wait to happen. Like I'm one of those people that I always want, like if I really think that something so strongly, like if I feel so strongly that I think something really needs to be changed, then I'm going to try and take the steps that I can to make sure that it's going to happen. And I'm going to make sure that really things are just like things that are getting changed for the better of everyone, rather than just bettering myself with something. Like I don't want to try and like look out for only myself, and like I'm just very like strong-headed in that sense where I want to really just I lost my train of thought. I just
I've been there, yeah.
So yeah, definitely definitely like just how much I'm willing to like fight for something, and how much I just want to just how much I want to fight for something, I think would be like my strongest quality. And then I think just like I think that's it. I think
Okay. Okay, and are you ready? Okay, Aristotle, what qualities do you possess that would help you be a successful SGA president?
What qualities? Let's see if I could answer this one without like having a breakdown. I think maybe the strongest quality that I have is being able to take a step back from the situation and be able to see different perspectives on both sides. I think a lot of people sometimes approach something with